Welcome to this tutorial on Pod Anti-Affinity, an essential feature in Kubernetes scheduling. Pod Anti-Affinity allows you to control how your application pods are distributed across your cluster infrastructure. By the end of this video, you will understand how to use anti-affinity rules to spread your pods apart for better availability, reliability, and performance. Pod anti-affinity is a scheduling constraint that prevents pods from being placed on the same node or zone as other pods that match specific labels. Think of it as a rule that tells the Kubernetes scheduler to keep certain pods away from each other. When you define anti-affinity rules, you are essentially instructing Kubernetes to avoid co-locating pods that share particular label selectors. This is the opposite of pod affinity, which brings pods closer together. There are four main reasons to use pod anti-affinity in your Kubernetes deployments. First, high availability. By distributing replicas of your application across different nodes, your service can survive node failures. Second, load balancing. Spreading your workload evenly across infrastructure prevents any single node from becoming overloaded. Third, resource isolation. Anti-affinity prevents resource contention between pods that might compete for CPU, memory, or other resources. Finally, zone distribution. You can ensure geographic redundancy by spreading pods across different availability zones or regions, protecting your application from data center outages. Kubernetes provides two types of anti-affinity rules, required and preferred. Required anti-affinity is a hard constraint. If the scheduler cannot satisfy the rule, the pod will not be scheduled at all. It remains in a pending state until a suitable node becomes available. Preferred anti-affinity is a soft constraint. The scheduler will try its best to satisfy the rule, but if it cannot, the pod will still be scheduled anyway. Use required rules when strict separation is critical for your application, and use preferred rules when separation is desirable but not mandatory. Let's look at the basic structure of a pod anti-affinity rule in a Kubernetes manifest. Under the spec section, you define an affinity block, then a pod anti-affinity block. Inside this, you specify required during scheduling, ignored during execution, which is the required anti-affinity type. Within this section, you provide a label selector with match expressions. Here, you define which pods to avoid by specifying a key, an operator, and values. In this example, we're matching pods with the label app equals web. Finally, you specify the topology key, which defines the scope of separation. Using kubernetes.io/hostname means pods should not be scheduled on the same node. The topology key is a critical component that defines the scope of separation for your pods. It references a label on your nodes to determine what constitutes a separate topology domain. The most common topology key is kubernetes.io/hostname, which separates pods by individual nodes. For zone-level separation, use topology.kubernetes.io/zone, which keeps pods in different availability zones. For region-level separation, use topology.kubernetes.io/region. You can also use any custom label on your nodes as a topology key, giving you complete flexibility in defining your separation boundaries. Here's a complete example of a pod specification using required anti-affinity. We start with the standard Kubernetes API version and kind, which is pod. In the metadata section, we give the pod a name, web pod, and assign it a label app equals web. In the spec section, we define the affinity rules. Under pod anti-affinity, we use required during scheduling, ignored during execution. The label selector matches pods with the label app equals web using the in operator. The topology key is set to kubernetes.io/hostname, meaning this pod will not be scheduled on any node that already has another pod with the label app equals web. Finally, we define the container specification with Nginx version 1.21 as the image. Now let's examine a preferred anti-affinity example. Under the affinity block, we specify preferred during scheduling, ignored during execution instead of required. With preferred rules, you must also provide a weight value, which ranges from 1 to 100. Higher weights give the rule more priority when the scheduler is making decisions. In this example, we use a weight of 100, making this rule highly preferred. Inside the pod affinity term, we define the label selector to match pods with the label app equals database. The topology key is set to topology.kubernetes.io/zone, meaning the scheduler will try to place this pod in a different availability zone from other database pods. If that's not possible, the pod will still be scheduled. This approach is perfect for distributing database replicas across zones while maintaining scheduling flexibility.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.